feeling short of expressing your liberty through BlokkTekknologies products? Worry not, fellow persons, for a new branch has been reintegrated into the BlokkTekknologies Foundation. Introducing the old and new Blokk Arsenal, which I'm also the head of as Monarch ThomBlokk. I'll be leading this new branch of BlokkTekk for new opportunities for people to express their freedom. The ad you saw was for a newly commissioned tank we have, which the government in your country allowed to be owned, but has weak shells at the moment. This means if you're seeing this ad, congrats! Buy our new set of weaponry and show those home invaders what freedom means. The new set does also come with a wide variety of weapons too, hence the name Blokk Arsenal. These new sets would also come with modular weapons attachment. Many of the set attachments are also compatible with other weaponry such as the usual AK-47 or the M16. The official prices of these may depend on the gun laws in your country, with the United States presumably being the lowest, but that is subject to changes. While on the topic of personnel arsenal, we also sell vests and the new class of power suits. These may seem exciting, but due to laws, the power suits cost may be extremely high. Worry not though, as we still incorporate the traditional Kevlar vest, metal plates, and the newly designed titanium composite weave fabric. All of these come with Juggernaut sizes too. And best of all, it comes in any way you like. Jackets, Kingsman suits, all in there. On the topic of armor, we also would like to integrate industrial exoskeletons. Instead of lifting things, it would add speed and extra protection. This can be used for extreme parkour, and maybe roleplay as a ninja. Speaking of sizes, other than power suits, this is technically a modular thing. We have several parts for your limbs. Keep in mind that many of these have several variants too, such as a super armored variant for the modular armor and lightly armored. Both can be respectively mixed. For the personnel armory, we also have several melee combat weapons. The usual bat club, utility knife designed by our Swiss designers. But the highlights today are modified sabers made of hyper-compressed alloys. Some even have an electro blade function which heats certain parts of the blade, allowing for cutting through thick metal walls. Many of these swords, or also known as katanas, are relatively cheap without the electro blade. Lastly, for all the personnel arsenal, we have personal defense variants for it, which is relatively cheaper and enough to defend yourself and not rival your local police station. The personal defense packs also come with tasers and other weapons that can incapacitate the offender without killing them. Now on to everyone's favorite part, our vehicles. Let's start with the ground vehicles first. Normal cars, featuring another branch of BlokkTekk, the Blokk cars. Due to the amount of weaponized civilian vehicles we have, we'll be summarizing it. Many of the vehicles are now available for off-road use, along with an attached weapon. These can depend on the weapon you want, and how much you want to pay. Several of the vehicles now have armor adjustments too. Many can somewhat withstand a heat FS from tanks, if you angle enough. The fuel cost is also cheap, as it uses any sources of energy, though most of the vehicles you encounter are more optimized for electricity. Moving on, we also have several trailers which incorporate heavy weaponry. These are mainly defensive weapons, such as artillery or anti-aircraft. Some even include those high-tech police equipment, with its own arsenal and radar equipment. Finally, the infantry fighting vehicles. If you want a tank that's just right in your price range, these IFVs should be good for you. All of them are equipped with a decent amount of technology, such as thermal vision, stabilizers, and some even have rocket launchers. And very few have one-man crew capabilities. As such, some of them were set at a reasonable price. Armored enough and capable, these warriors would be a slightly excessive response against your rivals. Lastly, let's finally go over what the Founding Fathers intended. The metal beasts of the battlefield, with engine roars. They're more than enough to scare away those pesky little thieves and muggers. The top dog for this will be the Track Combat Vehicle 390, also known as the Blokk Tank. This silly little tank can sense your enemy's fear and blow them apart with a 157mm block launcher or your 20mm coaxials. But why not show them the power of freedom's might? It has a surprising amount of defenses too. With an active protection system, it can prevent a slow missile from hitting your tank, and best of all, the 6-eye defensive system, which disrupts the missile's laser and guidance system. Unfortunately though, aircraft beasts are rather limited, to say the least, due to government concerns. But nevertheless, we do have some, albeit their tech is limited. Comparable to a 1960s to 70s jet planes and attack helicopters. But the important thing is, it can fight, and it can work. We'd like to summarize all the things again if everything was too complicated or fast for you. First off, BlokkTekk is beginning to officially release military-grade weaponry to the local populace, if the government and law permits. While many are too dangerous and costly, we have certain products that are more practical and for self-defense use only. This can also include vehicles if you're not safe enough. But at that point, is it even self-defense? Secondly, the prices on the actual military products are very hefty if you're looking for practical use. It fits finely in its role. For display? Well, some of the designs are rather ugly for rich people, so don't bother with that. Despite all that, the prices are still costly. Liberty does not come without a cost, but that price is sure worth it. With laws depending on our country or state, it may also increase or decrease the price by magnitude. To conclude this, visit our website to find out more information regarding the weaponry you're interested in. Make sure to subscribe to our news website to see the latest releases with new weaponry, and follow us on our social media. This is Monarch ThomBlokk, and it has been a pleasure presenting the new opportunities of the military branch.